There are a ton of different lenses out there, and it can definitely be overwhelming. There are zoom lenses, and there's prime lenses. Which one is right for you? Do you know? If not, don't worry. In this module, we're going to talk about what lenses we like, use, and why. We want to start off by saying by no means are we against zoom lenses. We actually think there's some pretty great lenses out there. However, from what we know and have seen of other amazing photographers, prime lenses are without a doubt the way to go. I know what you're thinking. Zoom lenses are versatile. A 70 to 200 millimeter lens would let me stay in the same spot and get a bunch of different angles. Not true. You're getting the same shot, just zoomed in and zoomed out. A prime lens forces you to physically move your feet and see things from a different perspective. It forces you to be versatile. Prime lenses are definitely the way to go if you want true versatility. We all know Canon makes phenomenal lenses. Their RF lens line is second to none. However, the price is quite high. This course is all about getting you exactly what you need to get started and not wasting your money. In good conscience, I could never recommend you buying Canon RF glass while you're getting started. This is a disclaimer that we need to put out there. Since you're probably not going to be buying RF lenses, you're going to need to buy the Canon EF mount for the adapter for Canon EOS R bodies. It's not expensive and you need it, so we thought we'd throw that one out there for free. Since we're going to be talking about non-RF mount glass, we should tell you what company we do love, Sigma. We love Sigma and all of their Art Series lenses. A while ago, they made the lenses that were there if you couldn't quite afford Canon, and they were the cheaper, doesn't look as good, but it does the job, I guess, kind of lens. The owner's son took over and said he wanted to make the best lenses the camera market has ever seen for a fraction of the price. And they did. We've both been using Sigma glass since the day the Art Series came out. The 50mm lens is single-handedly one of the best lenses to have ever blessed the camera market. If you could only ever buy one lens, this should be it. It's only $949. Any lens wider than an 85 is going to have a bit of distortion because it's getting wider and wider, giving it more of that fisheye effect. The 50mm has minimal amount of distortion and you can get really nice close-ups of people's faces without it starting to look weird and distort. You can also take a few steps back and get some really beautiful wide photos. When photographing weddings, this is my primary lens. By that, I mean I don't take it off my camera majority of the day. I love this lens because it's versatile and allows me to take photos at a super low aperture. You can shoot all day at 1.8 and get that super dreamy bokeh in the background. Clients love bokeh. That's one of the biggest things I've noticed about being a wedding photographer is that clients assume if there's a super blurry background, you must be a professional photographer. That's what it really comes down to with what lens you're using. The 50 provides the perfect amount of bokeh to make sure your couples are stoked on their photos. The 35mm price at $899 is another staple in many photographers' bags. It gives a really documentary feel, almost as if you're there with the couple on the wedding day. The only big downside is that it's a pretty wide when you take vertical photos, so it tends to be a bit more of that fisheye effect. It's not dramatic, but it is definitely there. It's not a lens you'd want to shoot a whole lot of vertical photos with, but it's definitely amazing for family photos and capturing candid moments throughout a wedding day. The 85mm costs $1,199 and it's one of the best portrait lenses I have ever come across. I love the look of it so much. It creates this really nice separation between you and your subject. Like we mentioned before, clients love bokeh and this lens has a ton of it. With Canon mirrorless cameras, this lens is tack sharp. The only big downside is its weight. It's super heavy. It's 2.5 pounds and that's one heavy lens. Since this is such a close-up lens, you may be wondering when you should use it. It's great for ceremonies when you can't get too close to the bride and groom or even during cocktail hour for candids. This is ideal when you want to get medium or even close-up shots, but you need to be a bit farther back. These are all amazing lenses. If you could only buy one lens, you should buy the Sigma 50mm Art Series f1.4. It's priced extremely well considering how great it looks in photos. I've owned my 50mm for 3 years and still super sharp. Sigma makes fantastic quality lenses at a fraction of the price. If you can't quite afford these lenses yet, that's okay. Canon makes non-L series lenses of each of these focal lengths that we mentioned. Just remember, this course is all about getting you exactly what you need to make enough money to leave your current job. We don't ever want to waste your money. We know gear is exciting, but try to only buy what you need. For many people watching this, that means you only need to buy the 50mm and call it a day. It'll be more than enough to get you started. You may even like it so much you don't buy any other lenses. In the words of Dwight Schrute, Michael always says, "Kiss. Keep it simple, stupid." Great advice. Hurts my feelings every time. We'll see you in the next video.